Hey everyone, we are here today with Dr. Yash Bandari, who is the Director of Business Development at FasTech LLC. How are you today, Yash?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. Thanks very much DSI for organizing MilAM conference.
Oh, yes, this
Yeah.
is one of my favorite conferences of the year. And I don't think I met you here. I think I met you at Rapid
Couple
one of
years
the
back.
years. I think it was.
Yes.
And then, oh, I know, Form Next, Forum, the one that they had in Austin, that was a hot minute. That was a great show. But I want to say that working with you in FasTech as an America Makes member, I've come to really appreciate your journey as a small business into, this industrial base and, hanging out at these events and really learning about your pain points and some of the challenges you're facing. So I think the things that we say in quiet, maybe you will share a little bit so others could learn
Hopefully.
from our own struggles, right? So first of all, talk to me a little bit about FasTech and where you guys are at the moment. I know you've grown a lot since we first started talking.
Awesome. Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for giving us an opportunity, to present about ourselves.
Of course.
So FasTech is a small business based out of Danville, Virginia. Danville, Virginia is one of the hot spots, just for the obvious reasons.
Absolutely. It's
we
where
are-
the Navy schoolhouse is.
It is. We are in the same
Additive.
campus. Well, not too many people know that we are the first additive company based out of Danville. And we have
I
been a
don't
positive.
even know that.
Yes.
I
There
didn't
you go.
even know that.
But the good news is we are very proud that we have been a positive catalyst, for U.S. Navy to set up a center of excellence in Danville in 2022.
Terrific,
Yeah.
terrific. Well, I know you've been, trying to grind it out. I've seen that. I've seen you participate in project calls that America Makes successfully, by the way, and that's hard to do as a small business. Like, talk to me about that.
That's has been one of the challenges, because the main purpose of the main goal of FasTech is to provide end-to-end service. So this is where we are distinct. A lot of shops, they can do a good job from additive standpoint or machining, but we provide end-to-end service, and that's one of the biggest gaps in the manufacturing industry, right? And also a need for large-scale 3D printing parts.
Large scale. No one else has really brought that up in my chair today or this week. So you're right. The end-to-end piece is difficult. I mean, there aren't too many companies that do full vertical integration. So does FasTech do design to post-processing? That
Yes.
FasTech does it all, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we get the design from the customer, the end
course,
part,
of course.
right? And then
And you tweak it as you need
you tweak
to
it,
make it
and make
printable.
it suitable for additive process.
Yes.
And then we print it, and then if there are any post-processing techniques like heat treatments, or cleaning up, we do that, and then we combine it with machining operation,
course.
and then testing actually. So
Well-
it's like a one-stop shop process.
Well, that's wonderful. And what size can you manage? Like how big and how small?
Well, we're proud to say that we are technology agnostic, so we have systems that can produce small to medium to large scale metal parts. So it could be, something that you can hold in your hand to the size of this booth. The biggest part that we can make, right now is 3 meters by 3 meters. Thanks to the AML 3D machine that we'll be having ready to get going this month.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've seen that machine in person. It's pretty impressive. And that's going to be great to grow your business.
Absolutely. We're banking on projects from Navy because there's significant demand, right? But then
And that size is a good size. I mean,
It is.
There's obviously bigger things, but that's a nice size. You can do a lot of things. What kind of fidelity can you get? How small can you go? Microns, detail.
well, let me tell you in terms of metrics.
Yes.
That helps. So the minimum feature size that we could go is about 3 millimeters.
Okay.
Again, we're not competing
Hey,
with
that's
powder bed,
That's impressive. You wouldn't have anything that would need anything less than that, I wouldn't think. No, that's good. That's a part that size. So, so you guys are growing. You're investing in the business. what have been the most significant challenges to date for you to be in the defense industrial base producing parts?
Well, the biggest challenge is, getting to the contracts. I feel like
Yes.
there's no streamlined contracting process.
Did you hear that? There is no streamlined contracting process.
Well, I'm
You're
sure
right about that.
I'm sure you
No.
must have got sick, listening to the same point. Mm.
No, you're right. You're right, Yash. It's a challenge, and the rules are changing even still. But,
being
but
being
keep
being
going.
being a small business, for us, cash flow is very important for sustainability, right?
Yes.
And we've been hearing for the last couple of years that you got to be ready. Now we are ready, production ready.
You're ready,
right?
and where's the order? Yeah?
Yes, it is.
I mean, you've got some stuff coming, but you could do more. Yeah, so demand, not just signal, but demand, actual demand is one of the biggest problems right now for the industry, and we're seeing small firms be consumed because they cannot stay alive until this demand signal shows up, right? I'm glad that you guys have been very smart about your investments and you're moving slowly and deliberately.
Well, I would like to call it as a risky investment as of today. It will only get paid off, once we get the orders.
It's true.
Yeah. Mm.
AM 3D machine, can't they just let us hang with it for a while? Can't we just put it in our factory and not pay you for a minute? If only. If only.
If only our sponsors are so, kind enough.
That's how it goes. Well, I want to, what other things, so that's a really exciting
Yeah,
development.
so that's one thing.
What else?
The streamlined process, and then the qualification and certification.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, now that we are in MilAM conference,
Yeah,
right?
everybody's talking about that here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
could we relax the standards? Because right now we are using the standards, the mil specs, that were already created for conventional processes.
Conventional, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So-
Castings.
Exactly. So do we have to use the same standards, or can we reduce? Is there any flexibility? So qualification takes time. Right?
And batching based on performance, and plus you've got a whole digital twin on these things, so you're going to know if they're going to fail. They're a pretty amazing amount of data.
We have to be prepared.
Yeah.
So that then only we will learn, right?
Of course. So contracting support, actual orders. Is there anything else that I'll
Scalability.
say? Scalability. Okay.
Scalability. I mean, there's a big demand, as everybody know, right?
Seems-
But how do
seems
we
like
scale up, right? This, do we have to invest in machines or workforce?
Yeah.
We need to know that in front, so that at least, in an year's time or in a few years, we'll be ready for production work. So,
Well-
'cause finding, good labor is also getting difficult.
And there's not a ton of, how many folks you got down in Danville? You probably have all the Navy people.
Where is Danville? A lot of people say that they pass by Danville, but okay, is it on West Coast, East Coast? But because of the COE, people are now recognizing, where is Danville?
But it's a beautiful place.
It is.
So, well, I just want to say I'm glad that as a small business, you all have invested, you and the team, Alan and others. It's been great to see you grow, and I hope that as a result of these discussions and you sharing with us your challenges, you and others, that we're going to get past a lot of this policy-related, contracting-related thing. A lot of folks are talking about it. That usually means something's going to happen. So I'm here for it. I know you are too. So thank you, Yash, for sitting down and talking to me, and I look forward to hearing more.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. See you soon, okay?